ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Hugo Quintanilla with another live interview. Everybody, I really feel like you unlock your home buying dream and health goals people, and it's always like very honored in and has always been here alive. The platform Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch. Feel free and use it. And we will be there. As always, I am still Realtor Hugo. Licensed in Maryland with Long and Foster, North Potomac, Rockville. Today, like I said, we are going to be talking pre-approvals and loans. So if you have any questions, feel free and leave them down below. So let's get started. Number one, budget clarity. Pre approvals provide a clear understanding of what you can afford, helping you narrow your home search to properties within your budget, ensuring a more focused and efficient house hunting process. And clarity goes hand in hand with transparency. So if we can clearly outline your budget, no one's really going to be in the dark about what's going on here and how much home you can buy. So, clarity in your budget is really one of the first things that we need to do so that we can be honest about how much money we have on the table. You never want to be in a situation where, like, hey, you're just down to the wire, and just because you might have had the money, you might have not had money, you lost the house. So, we want all cards face up when it comes to trust on our side, when it comes to buying together as a team. So, budget clarity is super important, and a pre approval helps to establish that as a buyer. Now, it also helps to establish that, and we'll talk about that later, as an offer too. So, number two, strengthening offers. In competitive markets, a pre approval letter can make your offer stand out as it shows sellers you're serious and financially capable of purchasing the property, potentially giving you an edge over other buyers. Now, long ago were the days when we used to have these financial information forms that were very kind of, thorough in what they used to ask in regards to your financing, what you had in reserves, what you had in savings. They could really ask a lot, and people would judge you off of those. They would judge you off of, the offer and the strength of your financial ability. Over time, those forms have been done away with, at least here locally. But still, a pre approval is a great way to show the strength of an offer. And a pre approval from a reputable company or a reputable lender, someone that is known in the area, is trustworthy, and has worked with many agents, that can also strengthen your offer. Number three, faster closing. Being pre approved can speed up the closing process since much of the financial vetting is already completed. The efficiency is attractive to sellers who are eager to close. There are even pre underwriting programs. So ask your lender about being pre underwritten, because it's basically a guaranteed loan at that point. It's just you've done all the work, all you need to do is find the house. And when it really got down to the wire, I did have people get those types of pre-approval letters, and it worked. It won at least one case in particular, and that fast closing can make a difference if you're in competition for a property. Number four, rate lock-in. In some cases, lenders can lock in an interest rate for a certain period post pre-approval, protecting you from potential rate increases while you search for your home. Rate lock-in is going to be so tricky coming up with how the rates are and how they are not. So, what we're going to be hearing more than anything else is offers of people being flexible with the rate. If the rate goes down, they'll adjust it. If the rate goes up, they'll lock it. That's what you want to look for. You want to look for language that expresses that. And as always, make sure to get it in writing and make sure that the letter says something to that effect, because if it doesn't say it there, then it really doesn't say it anywhere. Number five, Identify credit issues. The pre approval process involves a thorough check of your credit history, allowing you to identify and address any credit issues or inaccuracies before they become obstacles. And that can really be the toughest thing, is getting these little debts and little credits, little stray hairs of financial whatever out of the way that are fogging up this picture. Because once you can get the whole framework done and situated and over, you don't have to worry about it anymore. You can maintain your finances a little bit differently. The important thing is we get it clean, make sure we get it in the way that we did it for our financial, window, show it to our lender, get the home, and then stay that way. Make sure that we live within our means, that we're paying our home first, and using credit as um like, I don't know, just locking credit away, and really just using cash as much as possible. Because really, the first and foremost after you get the home is paying it off. And once you've paid it off, invest, save, try to keep security, because one of your biggest hassles in this world is getting a roof over your head, shelter. And the moment that you pay off that home, be it 5 years from now, 30 years from now, 60 years from now, it doesn't matter. Whenever you pay that home off, that is one less stress on your head. And after that, you only have taxes and a few other things to worry about. So your expenses do come down a lot. You would be amazed how much more you can live freely after a such a big loan has been paid off. But I digress. Number six, reduce stress. Knowing exactly how much you can borrow eliminates the guesswork and anxiety associated with financial uncertainties, making the home buying process less stressful. I said earlier, clarity and transparency were of the utmost. And reducing stress can actually be hand in hand part of this whole experience. It's an experience to buy a home. It's an experience that you might not do very often. It is a journey, and we want to make this experience great. I know it's a tough market, but I know that I can control a lot of your experience by the way that we talk about things, by the way we handle obstacles, by the way that we talk about the market, by the way that we laugh about the things that we'll see together, because we will see things together. And I'll let you in. I'll let you in on the little things that I can, because there are things that professionally I can't talk about, and there are things that within us as friends and as client privilege I can share with you, and they're just going to be fun to show you more about real estate, and get to know you, and know what you need to know about these homes, because every case that I have, every client that I have is different. And that's really the great experience of working with my clients, is that they've all left me with something, and they've all left me a little bit better off. They always think that I help them so much, but I feel like sometimes they help me. So really, it's quite an experience to work my clients and colleagues. I'm sure have similar experience with their clients, but I really do appreciate all of their time. And actually, that leads us into number seven: saves time. By understanding your financial stand up front, you avoid spending time looking at homes that are outside your price range, making your search more efficient. I know in the beginning when I started my career, I got a lot of pushback on why I would ask so much financial stuff in the beginning. Over time, more and more people started getting educated online, as more and more people started putting more out there. But it is in your best interest to know this stuff. It's not that I want to know how much you make. It's not how much I'm proud. I want to like pocket watch. It's that it's just best practices. And until we figure out a better way to this that's more automated and protected and secure, then we'll be kind of working with this system of going to lenders and getting pre-approvals through lenders that you choose. Because really, this is a question of who are you going to choose as your lender partner. You're working with one person, but you have an industry to choose from. So search around, see who has a great program for you, a great loan for you. See who has come well and referred. See who makes you feel good, who's local, who you can actually talk to. Those are all things that you need to keep in mind when you're selecting a loan officer. How good are they? How long have they been in business? Again, Number eight, negotiation leverage. A pre approval letter can provide leverage in negotiations with sellers who may be more willing to negotiate or price may be more willing to negotiate on price or terms, excuse me, knowing your loan is pre-approved. And again, talking back to the clarity, when I see the letter from a lender that I've known before, I can look up and like I could call up and I can, hey, have you asked them this question? Hey, have you gotten their W-2s? Hey, have you checked their credit? I know it's a little intrusive. Not all lenders like to ask those questions, but a good agent, good listing agent will do that and call up and ask those pertinent questions to the file so that they can get more certainty on the offer, especially if they're multi offers happening in a multi offer situation. It's all about vetting these offers sooner so that you can brush off the ones that don't work and then really go after the best offer for your client. Number nine, better planning. With a clear idea of your loan amount and potential monthly payments, you can better plan for other expenses related to home ownership, such as furniture, renovations, and maintenance. Now, renovations and maintenance. I would prioritize maintenance because renovations, you should really try to look for a home that you don't want to do a lot on. A lot of people say they want to do work on their homes, but unless you have wherewithal and the grit to do it, I think that it can be quite challenging to, after spending so much money on a home, moving, and then getting ready to maybe prepare the home again. It can be quite a daunting task. Am I up for it as a realtor? Of course, every day of the week. But not every person is really up for it. So be realistic with how much you're going to do and how much of the home needs to be done. Is it better for you to find a move in ready home as a fixer upper, even though there is a fixer upper? Because the fixer uppers we're seeing are just so bad? Or is it better for you to wait and see something that's going to be more along the lines? It's just really to your specific situation. What are you going to need? Number 10, and the last one for tonight. Real estate agent support. Many real estate agents prefer or require clients to be pre approved before showing homes. It demonstrates your seriousness about buying and ensuring their efforts are concentrated on viable prospects. It is again showing that you have taken the time to speak to a lender, been forthright about your documents and your financials, and they have already been passed along to someone that is knowledgeable. Us as realtors, we don't even hold on to that information. If you know, I typically, for example, can only speak for myself. I take that information and pass it right along to the lender and have the lender speak to them directly as the lead kind of vets them out. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not, but typically that's a conversation that's private for them. If I need some information from the lender, I'll contact the lender directly and ask the questions that I need to ask without really prying too much into the file, because I really am here to work in the privacy and confidentiality that you give me. So I will really only talk about the things that you give me. So if you want to talk about your business and how you get your money, that's great. But at the end of the day, I need to just do my job as a real estate agent and stick to the contract and make the offer come true and close the deal. So a lender is responsible for vetting the financials of a person. That's why it's so important to work with trustworthy lenders. And that will be a conversation for another day, but a very important one to have, because as we're seeing more and more these shifts in the market and the industry, you're going to start seeing more and more agents and lenders disappear out of the market. So it is time to keep an eye on who's working, who's not, and how they're working in the community to serve you. So again, if you are just joining us, today was Under Home Buying Power, the game changing benefits of loan pre-approvals. I am your realtor, Hugo, licensed in Maryland with Long and Foster, North Potomac, Rockville. Number one was budget clarity. A pre approval provides clarity in your budget. Number two, strengthening the offer. In a competitive market, a pre approval makes an offer stand out. Number three, faster closing. A pre approval may speed up the closing process since much of the financials are already completed. Number four, rate lock. In some cases, lenders can lock interest rates for a certain period post pre approval, or they can actually lower them if they go down. Number five, they can identify credit issues. A pre approval process can vet your credit history, making sure that you can identify issues if they arise. A pre stress for number six. It is takes the guesswork out of figuring out how much home you can buy. Number seven, saves time. Understanding your financials upfront can really save you some time, and a pre-approval again does that very easily. Number eight, negotiation leverage. A pre-approval letter can provide leverage in negotiation with sellers who may be more willing to negotiate on price or terms, knowing your loan is pre-approved. Sellers know what that means because they work with real estate agents, and that is how the ball keeps rolling. Number nine, better planning. With a clear idea of your loan amount and potential monthly payments, you take all the guesswork out of how much you're going to need to bring to the table every month. Number 10, the last one, real estate agent support. Many real estate agents prefer or require to be pre approved before showing homes. And as the industry changes, I'm pretty sure you're going to see more and more agents stand firm on that as our value is being put to question every single day in this industry. Pre approval sets a solid foundation for your home buying journey, positioning you as a prepared and attractive buyer in the eyes of sellers and real estate professionals. Remember, it's not just about qualifying for the home, it's about being able to maintain the home, it's about being able to have the savings, it's about being able to have the style, and it's about being able to have that goods to live in home ownership and earn financial freedom. It is earned. It is not bought. It is earned. It can be bought, I guess. I'll figure that one out. I'll work on that one. But it's most definitely earned. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I am your realtor, Hugo. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free and leave them on your platform of choice. Tonight, we were live on Instagram for the live chat, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, X, and Twitch.com. So I appreciate you all. I will see you all tomorrow for another live. And thank you again. Take care. Be safe out there.